The set menu, or the one with the picture of the tools, is what we're going to go into next. As you go into it, you'll have a list of things that are going to be set more permanently. So things that you do in here are going to stay and apply to stitches throughout the machine. Now first off, your tension is in here. Now yes, you do have kind of an automatic tension, but to the point of depending on what stitch you pick. Right now we were on a straight stitch when we went in here, so we have a 4.6 tension, so kind of middle. Let me go out of that real quick and pick a buttonhole. Buttonholes, I always want that satin stitch to pull to the back side, so I always loosen my tension. Look, thread tension for a buttonhole, less than normal. 2.4 is what it set up for that particular fabric and that particular stitch. So it's going to get me into a nice area. I then could change it. I'll use the navigation arrows to the right or to the left. It highlights when I change it so I can see if I'm above or below what the normal setting is, and I can change it from there. So you have complete control of your tension, but it gets you to the right starting point. So I'll just go ahead and put that back to 2.4, I can tell because that's the non-highlighted number. The next one down, your pressure, foot pressure. Once again, even though you use the sewing advisor and adjust for you, you can control what that pressure is. So if you need it lighter or more heavy for heavier fabrics or lighter for stretchy fabrics, again, you can come into that. Sensor foot auto, you can turn that off. That's when you actually set the needle to stop in the down position. That foot will not pop up into the pivot position. It will stay in the down one. Sometimes you don't want that foot to come up, so you can turn it off or on at your leisure. Fix auto, you notice that it locks stitches when you start off. That's an automatic setting. So once again, if you want to remove it, touch OK. It unchecks the box. I'm going to leave mine checked because I like it. Twin needle. This, you can tell the machine what size of twin needle you have on. Watch this. When I push OK, I'll put it next on there, and I can use the arrows to the right or to the left to change that number. So if I put a 2.0 millimeter twin needle and go out, it'll actually, let's not do a buttonhole, let's do a straight stitch. It will tell me that that setting is set, and it won't let me actually overset my boundaries. Let's go to a zigzag. So for example, if I go up through, and it will stop me before I go beyond where I would break that needle and step on the foot, and it will stop me at that point. So what's nice too is when you turn the machine off and turn it back on, if I have the twin needle setting still engaged in the set menu, first message, machine set for twin needle, and just push OK to take that off, and then to remind yourself, go into the set menu and arrow down to twin needle, uncheck the box, and then now that will be turned off. Stitch width safety. This is if you're using a straight stitch throat plate. I think I have one right here because we were just talking about it. So if you're putting this plate on, it's got a single hole. When we set that, what it'll do is not let me pick a zigzag. Well, if it does, it's just going to make it straight because I can't go side to side. And notice that it's highlighted there. So I can't pick a stitch, well, any of them, and make it look like the stitch because it has changed all the stitches to be straight, so it only goes through that hole. So that is nice, and once again you can turn the machine off and that setting is still saved so you don't forget. I believe it comes up a little message once again, just like the twin needle, that that is still set for on. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off so I can pick different ones. Free floating. Free motion floating, that would be if you're using the R foot for any free motion quilting, and that will make it so that foot doesn't come down and smash on your fabric. It actually will let you hover and cross over it. I'm going to uncheck that. The other one is the free motion spring action foot. That is a separate foot that you use for free motion quilting. Actually, I prefer that one because I get less flagging when I'm free motion quilting, but you need to tell the machine which of these two feet you're actually using, and then it will set it up for you. Buttonhole balance, so if you ever have a buttonhole that's not coming out just right, you can actually balance it to be perfect. An audible alarm, when you are having issues or messages come up, it will actually kind of do an extra beep. Go ahead and leave that on. That is kind of handy to kind of let you look at the screen and not know, and then know what you're actually having issues with. Contrast, that can actually contrast the screen here. So we can make that brighter or lighter. And then also too, there should be the language, English or the language of your choice, and then the version of software that's installed. So that's more for the service guys to see which one is set up for you. So, and then to remember to get out of the set menu, just touch the same button with the little tools on it and out you go. So it's just a quick in and out for as you need to change anything in those setting areas.